Today we're going to talk about incorporating the feng shui elements using the Bagua map and how all of that works with the different spaces and rooms in your home. The 5 elements of feng shui have variations of healing properties which align you to the natural world. The goal is to harness these energy forces and establish harmony and balance in your spaces by using specific furniture, objects, images, materials, colors, smells, and sounds, touching all of the 5 senses. Through the understanding of the Bagua map and the feng shui element associated with that area, you can learn how to activate your space and experience transformation and healing in your life. This is a Chinese Bagua map, and I'm going to explain how that actually works. This is a 9-segment square that is actually laid superimposed on top of your home with the career area laid on your front door. So wherever your front door is, this is how the Bagua map gets laid out, where this section is at your front door. And then the rest of this shows how each of the areas of your home lay into these different segments of the map. I'll go over the entry first. This is actually your career success and life purpose area. To achieve your goals in career and promotion, the element is water and the colors black and dark blue. So in this area, a lot of people don't realize that black actually represents water. So I will show you some samples of what we're doing with another client currently, and also we'll walk through the entry of my home and kind of give you an idea of how you choose things and how you lay them out in this particular area. Then if this is laid on the front door, then whatever room is to the right of that would be your helpful people and travel. So the purpose of this area is to increase spiritual community, guidance, and attract helpful people. So the element is metal, and the color is gray, silver, or metallic, or it could be any of the metal colors. It could be bronze, it could be gold, anything that actually represents the color of metal. This is the area that if you want to activate bringing in more helpful people into your life, that could be actual physical beings, or it could be spiritual help, it could be any entity that would bring in additional help in whatever area of your life you need help in. Then just above that would be the children and creativity. The purpose of this is to unlock creativity and strengthen connection with children. So the element again is metal, the color is white, silver, or gray, or any of the metal colors. This would be the area if you want to increase creativity in your life, or you want to develop more intimate relationships with your children or with children in general. Say if you're a teacher or you're someone that works with children, then this would be an area that we would do colors or items or objects, furniture, whatever, to activate that. The far right-hand corner would be love and marriage. Purpose is to attract love and improve relationships. Element is earth, color pink, red, or white. So this doesn't just pertain to relationships in marriage. This could be relationships in business, this could be relationships in friends, this could be any relationship that you want to increase the energy in or bring more of it into your life. Then let's go back to the entry door again. The one right above that, which in most homes is kind of the center of the home, on the first floor and even on the second floor. This is the center of physical and spiritual health. The purpose of this one is harmony, balance, well-being, increased vitality, and endurance. Another earth element, color is yellow, brown, or orange. So this is where if you want to work on your physical, mental, emotional, psychological health, this would be the area that we would activate with colors, objects, furniture, whatever, depends on what's going on in your life. Then just above that, which this is the room I'm actually standing in my house, is the fame and reputation. The purpose is to establish reputation and increase recognition. The element is fire, which is a yang energy. The color is red and orange. As you can see in my fame area, I've certainly brought in the red. This would be the area that I would want to represent how the world sees me, and it would be a reflection of the things that I want to connect with or increase in my life. So my office space, one of the things that I want to eventually move back into are horses. So obviously you can see there's a lot of horse art in here. Picked up the red. Obviously I wanted to activate my reputation area, so I put a lot of red in here. You don't have to put this much in. You can even use colored paper and put it between cushions of a sofa or a chair or whatever, so it's not an obvious overpowering color in the room. Just depends on how much energy you want to bring into that area and into that area of your life. Okay, go back to the front door again and go to the very left-hand section of your home. That's knowledge and self-cultivation or self-improvement. The purpose is to encourage personal and spiritual growth, school, and study. The element again is earth. The color is blue, green, or black. So if you want to learn more about some subject, or you want to grow more as an individual, either spiritually or physically or whatever, this is the area that we would focus on activating. Just above that would be family, health, and community. Purpose, strengthen family ties and cultivate social life. Element here is wood. The color is blue, green, or teal. So this would be the area that you might bring in family pictures. You might bring in gathering family. The client that we're currently working on, this is actually their dining room. So I'll show you a picture of what we're bringing into that area to cultivate more of family. Then the far left-hand corner is prosperity and wealth. The purpose is to increase prosperity and generate cash flow. The element here is wood, color purple, red, green, gold, or blue. So not only bringing in wealth and prosperity, but you could be bringing in anything that you want more of. So this would be the area that we would activate once you kind of figure out what it is that you want more of in your life, and we would work on that area. So now you've got the general layout of the Bagua. So let's go to a few rooms that we're actually working on with another client right now, and I can show you why we picked the things that we have in these different areas. This is the client's entry in her home. This would be the one that connects with the career and purpose. Now, I haven't talked at full length with this client on exactly what it is that they're trying to bring more of into their home, and we've graduated now to getting their birth dates so that we can identify the element of each of the family members, and then we can go from that to kind of figure out what it is in their life that they're working on currently. So then we can look at what part of the Bagua it is that we need to activate, or maybe there's some parts of the Bagua that the things that they have in it currently may be over-activating energy that's not serving them. So as you can see in their entry, we have chosen a black wallpaper representing water. We have chosen a sideboard that's got gray and black. And then the art has more of the black color in it. So it's going to be interesting when I actually talk in depth with this client about what's going on in their career to see how intuitively connected I got on choosing these elements. Now, we did throw a lot of selections out there and a lot of ideas for them to choose from, and this is what they actually connected with, were these pieces. So from that, I'm figuring that we have hit connection on this area on the pieces that they like. Now, I might bring in a little more color depending on that conversation in decor items like vases, lamps, candles, whatever, into this area. Okay, the other area that we're working on with them is the fame and reputation area. So you see the color is red or orange, and the element is fire. So we have brought in a red chair. Now, they have since changed all of this. This was travel pictures that we put. These are all the places in the world that they've traveled and pictures of those places. So now we're switching to another different piece of art, and it's going to be interesting to see how that reflects what's going on in their fame and reputation area. They already had this sofa, so we gave them several selections again, and they identified he loves everything round. So he's trying to soften the energy in that room by bringing in more round elements. So we had the chair is round, the coffee table is round. We'll see what the art piece turned out like. So in having more round objects, that kind of softens the yang energy of the fire. And then we've also brought in, of course their sofa was already gray, so we had to work with some of that in this area. Their knowledge self-improvement actually falls into a sitting area that is next to their dining room. So as you can see, we've brought in the blues, and they already had these two chairs in that area. What they like to do in this area is just sit or read or have conversations with each other. It's just kind of a sitting, chilling, knowledge, self-improvement, self-cultivation. So if they're going to sit in this area and have conversations with each other, that would be more of a self-improvement, interaction, growth in that area. The blues we brought in, and this was their coffee table, their two chairs. We brought in a sofa to go on the other side of it. Then they decided to bring these travel pictures into this space. So that was a decision on theirs. So what they're looking at now is they're actually beginning to research and study other parts of the world that they want to travel to. So this would be a way to activate that energy. So this is their dining room, which would be in their family, health, and community. They love big family gatherings and they love to cook. So this falls perfectly into that Bagua section in their home. So we have chosen family pictures to put on the wall that's on the other end of this dining room. So we have staggered shelving that we will have them choose all the family pictures, family travels, whatever, to put on these shelves. And in a small area like this, I like to do staggered shelving so they can place the pictures in different sizes to give it more of a 3D interest. But then they can also change out the pictures easily if they want. If they take a new trip or they have a new family gathering or they have some new pictures that they want to replace or move around. So instead of hanging them on the wall and making them a little more permanent and having to repair the wall when you move pictures, then we put it on these nice staggered picture shelves. The other thing that we're bringing in as well is they love wine. So what better to have a wonderful family gathering than to have great food, which they are awesome cooks, and to bring in the wines that they love. Now we will probably, depends on the colors that they actually land on. These are their chairs, so we already have blue in there. If we want to bring in some of the other elemental colors, depending on if this is an area that they want to increase or if they're good with what's going on in this family community area, then we would leave it like it is. But we can always bring in these other colors depending on what connects with them and their element and what coordinates with the colors in the Bagua. The wood element is certainly brought in because this is a giant wood table. So we have gotten that element in there that they actually selected on their own. So this is just a little information on how the energy is laid out in a home. Every home is different. Every home, these rooms are going to be in different places on the Bagua. So that's where we have to figure out what's going on in the client's life, what's not working, what they want to increase or they want more of, or what it is that they want to work on at that particular time. And then we start looking at the different rooms, the different spaces, and what they want to activate or deactivate within their own home. Since everyone's floor plan and the rooms in their homes are laid out differently, I'm going to take you through a short walk in my home and how it's laid out to the Bagua, and the selections that I have made, colors I have chosen, depending on what it is that I wanted to bring into my life. So here's the Chinese Bagua again that we were talking about earlier. This is the career area. This is the area that you want to lay on your front door. So if I were laying this on someone's house, I would find their front door and I would lay the Bagua on it this way. That way it will tell me what rooms are in the different sections or segments of the Bagua. So this is my career area, my front door. As you can see, the color is black. So I wanted to bring in a lot of energy into my career and my career area. So I have a black table here. I actually have a black piano there, a black rug. I have brought in a Buddha on the other side because I want to bring in, for me and my particular career, a lot of it has to do with spirituality and energy. So I have the Buddha there. I want to bring in more peace and calm, because my other company is called Calming Spaces Interiors Design and Remodeling. So the Buddha brings in that calmness, that tranquility, that peace, that love. That's the energy that I want to bring into my company. So that's why I chose the Buddha in that particular area, which is still in my career area. You can see I've used a lot of black, so I really wanted to activate the energy for me and what I wanted to accomplish in my life. By bringing in a lot of that color. Black does represent water. The element for this area is water, and I want to make sure that this area of my life flows. And so here's a representation of that. We've now moved from the career area and the front door of my home over to what is on the right-hand side of the Bagua. So if I lay, this is my front door. So now I'm going to, when I come in the door, the right side is actually my helpful people, target market, travel area. So it's interesting that actually my garage is the bigger part of this particular quadrant. I'm not going to show you that right now because it's a mess and I have to clean it up so that the energy does get cleared and flows better in that particular area. But it does take in about this much of this area in the house. So this pool table, this room is all part of the helpful people target market. So I wanted to bring in more helpful people to help support my business, to help grow my business, to help move things in a positive direction that actually supports me and who I am and what I'm giving service to in the world. So this particular area, the element is metal. So the walls are gray, which is a metal color. This painting has a gold metallic piece to it that brings in the gold metal part of it. This pool table actually has a metal base on it. So I brought in a lot of metal here in this particular area. So to increase bringing in even more spiritual help in my business, which is important because it's part of the culture of what we do. It's also part of the technology and the science that we use in creating client spaces. So I have done that in this area. Then from here over, this goes into children, creativity, and goals, because this takes in part of my Zen garden. So my creativity, this would be more of my goal area of what I want to accomplish goal-wise, either in my life or in my business or in my relationships or whatever. So I write down my goals, my intentions, and then I place objects that actually reflect that. So again, I have a Buddha out here, which to me brings in love and peace, calmness, tranquility, love, those kinds of things into my life, or it brings more of it into my life. So that's the reason for choosing these things out here. I have a metal base, which this is still a metal area also as far as the Chinese element. I brought in a silver metal base here. Those pods over there are actually bronze metal pods that are hanging on the wall. So now I've accomplished bringing in some of the elements and the energy that I want to support what I want to create in my life and in my business. We really appreciate you being here. Hopefully we've given you some helpful information on how your home actually lays out on the Bagua that creates the energy that you want to bring into your life or into your business. Whatever it is that you're trying to bring more of and activate, this hopefully has given you some information that will help you understand how all of that works much better. So thank you again, and please like, share us with your friends, and most of all, subscribe to our video. Thank you.